Oh, damn. Base boxing basement in the house, man. Watching the Misfits boxing. You know, usually I have no respect for this kind of event. Well, no, I do. You know what? There's still some decent fights, and I respect anybody who walks in the ring. My boxing trainer, one of the most respected people in boxing, RIP, said that anyone who's got the bollocks to step between them ropes and foreign people is to be respected at whatever level, you know, even white collar. But listen to me, man. I was shocked, man. I was shocked. Darren Till vs. Anthony Taylor. Anthony Taylor had a few pro fights. You know what I'm saying? He called himself the pretty boy. I mean, yeah, man, you ain't that pretty, man. You're okay. You ain't no Gary Stretch, no homo pretty boy. But I gotta say, Darren Till looked like a proper, genuine, professional boxer there. Yeah, yeah. And he probably would have beaten up Tommy Fury. Like, Tommy Fury was like, oh, I pulled out because, he warned you might kick me or use some MMA move. What? That's pathetic, man. Yeah? You know what probably happened? He saw a video of Till boxing or sparring, and he's like, oh, hang on, man, this guy gonna wax me. And I honestly believe that Darren Till will beat Tommy Fury. I still hope it happens, man. You know what I'm saying? It looked like a very, very, very decent undercard fight, you know, in a pro ring. As I said before, you know, Darren Till's eyes are so close together. Man's like Cyclops, you know, like one of them monkeys that has the eyes real close together. You know, like Ben Whittaker, okay? So, so I thought, you know, well, what are you? What's Anthony Taylor got to do? Well, he's got to throw hooks. Because if you throw straight shots, Till's going to see them, but the hooks is going to be out of his field of vision. But regardless, it didn't matter. It didn't matter. He got taken to school by Darren Till. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, like, Till has had one boxing fight. He's got a second round stoppage winner with some guy called Mohammed Muti in July. It was an exhibition. It wasn't an official fight. And then there was a fight at the end. But listen, man, you know, I enjoyed the fight. It was quality. There was no holding. There was skills. Darren Till had good reflexes. He was feinting. You know what I mean? And then landing, and he had power. He had power. You know what I'm saying? It was a huge ring too. I don't like huge rings because it enables people to run, but it didn't matter. It didn't matter. He must have put Anthony Taylor over about 5 times. I think only 2 are counted as knockdowns, but the referee was slightly biased, you know. Slightly biased, in my opinion, towards Anthony Taylor because, you know, he was getting battered. He was getting battered. He had a good 5th round, though, right? I give this to Anthony Taylor. He ain't no swallow job. He had a big 5th round. He busts up. He hit Darren Till on the nose and busts it up badly, and that can affect your breathing. It hurts. You taste the blood in your mouth, you know, and it makes it harder. And I was like, okay, maybe we've got a fight. What happened next round? Darren Till got on and knocked out Taylor, the so-called pretty boy, in style. As I said, I was super surprised by the quality of Darren Till's boxing. I almost think, like, how come we didn't do better in the UFC? I mean, anyone who fights in the UFC is worthy of respect because that is the toughest of all to an MMA or any sport. But, you know what I mean? He boxed like a pro, a decent pro. He boxed like a decent pro. And Son Edwards was in the house, by the way. and I interviewed him, and I warmed the good Sonny Edwards. Sonny Edwards got a good and bad part. I've said this a million times. He came on the channel. He can be very likable, but can also be a tool. He got a bit arrogant with his Twitter. The Twitter king, but he's removed that anyway after he got rinsed by Tommy Robinson. And they asked him, "Are you happy to be? Is this making you want to fight again?" He's like, "No, I'm happy to be in the Southern Rings." I respect that with Sonny. Regardless of the fact he's an 8-stone pussyhole who can't punch, and he would get slapped up by the average, pub tough guy. There's a part of me that really likes Sonny. And you know what I'm saying? Darren Till, he had good reflexes, good timing, he had power. He's a southpaw. At one point in the fifth round, when he started fifth round, Anthony Taylor won. The only round he won. He busts up Darren's nose. And I thought, Till's getting tired. We might have a fight here. But nah, man. Next round, he stepped up and mashed up the so-called pretty boy. And like I said, I enjoyed the fight. I watched this because I was bored. Because Misfits, the quality is never that great, and it's a weird situation. But this was a proper, professional, pro fight with fair skills. As I said, Taylor's had 6 pro fights. It's not a great record, but he's had 6 pro fights. Darren Till had 1 exhibition. But these guys, I've seen so-called prospects on low-level bills like the York Hall who are way, way, way worse than Darren Till. I don't know how old he is. He's not going to make it in pro boxing. It's too late. And but the thing with pro boxing is you can be good, but to get to the top level, and there's only one top level, it's World Championship. I love the British title. The British title is an amazing title, right? It's a beautiful belt. But in this day and age, you have to be honest, especially with 4 major organisations, not including interim and regular and rubbish titles like that. You know what I'm saying? Unless you win the world title as a pro boxer, you can't be considered to be a success. But Till impressed me. I don't think Tommy Fury wants to smoke. And that's why he pulled out. Well, I mean, imagine pulling out just by going, because Till was joking. Oh yeah, if he annoys me, I'll choke him out, or I'll kick his legs. He's not being serious. He's just joshing. And Tommy Fury, I'm beating pro boxers. Oh no, I'm not gonna fight him because he might kick me. That's rubbish, man. And he knows it's rubbish. And he knows he'll still get the payday. Because if Darren Till kicked him or choked him, he'd get disqualified and Tommy would get the win. So Tommy's a pussy hole, right? That's the reality. Tommy Fury's a pussy hole. He's a model. He's a pretty boy. He's a Love Island guy. Darren Till, regardless of the fact his eyes are too close together, is a real fighter. And not just in MMA. It's now proven in boxing. The man can fight. He's tough. He has reflexes. He has some power. He's a southpaw. He likes to go for the kill. I hate them fighters that are cowardly. They land a good punch, they hurt someone, and they'll just carry on doing what they're doing. Boxing. They ain't got the cojones to go for the stoppage. People like Mayweather. However good Floyd Mayweather is, he's still a pussy hole. Okay? So, I mean, I was entertained by the fight. I was surprised by the quality of the fight. As I said, if this had been on a pro boxing bill and was a fight, midway up on the bill on the card, I'd be very happy with it. I'd be like, this is a good fight. It was exciting, right? Why do people watch boxing? For excitement and to see people get ironed out? And that's what happened to the so-called pretty boy. He got ironed out. He got taken to school. He got embarrassed. He got beaten up. He experienced violence from the Liverpool boy, Darren Till. And, I ended the night on a great show, ended the show on a great performance, and a great match, a great fight, an exciting fight. Slightly one-sided, except the fifth round, it was one-sided, but that doesn't matter. You can still get a good fight that's one-sided. People talk about Hagler Hearns all the time. I'm not comparing this to Hagler Hearns, but, Hagler Hearns, the best free fight ever. Hagler Hearns is a one-sided fight. Apart from the cut that Hagler got, he basically hammered Hearns for 3 rounds. So, I'm kind of buzzing. I'm kind of buzzing. And I'm a Darren Till fan, despite his eyes being too close together. He'd probably be Ben Chitticker. It'd be the battle of the people with eyes that are too close together. But Tommy Fury, come on, Tommy, show your guts. Have some guts. Step in against Darren Till. But we know what would happen. He'd beat you up. He'd humiliate you. Yeah, put Darren Till against Jake Paul at the right weight. Darren Till, to me, is the favourite. And I'm actually looking forward to his future, man. I'm looking forward to his future. I give him the big up. In the UFC, he was bigged up, but he kind of failed a bit. He's regarded as a bit of a failure in the UFC, but I don't think that's fair. The UFC is like a different sport, and it's a top level. It's a top level. When you fight UFC, you're at the top level. There's no journeyman fights in the UFC. But, big up Darren Till, man. Big up. Good on him. As I said, I hope he fights. Well, who's he got? Who's there to fight? Well, KSI. KSI is not a bad boxer either, right? He's obviously on the PEDs, He's got this real muscular body. He's decent enough, actually. I know an amateur guy who had a few fights, and he sparred many rounds with KSI, and he said he was good, and he actually got knocked out by KSI in sparring, which I don't think is fair, but things happen. But there's KSI, Tommy Fury. If Tommy's got the cojones, which he doesn't clearly, to step up. Jake Paul, would he have the cojones? He'll probably make some excuse. Oh, Darren Till ain't a big enough name for me. Oh, he ain't a big enough name for me. I'd rather fight a granddad. Yeah. But yeah, overall, a good evening. A very impressive performance by Darren Till.